Welcome to my studio. Thanks for dropping by. Today I'm going to take you through how I completed this fall scene using only pastel sticks and a few pastel pencils for details. I recently received some Sennelier pastels I wanted to try out. This was a great opportunity to step out of my comfort zone and try my hand at a looser style since my focus was only using pastel half sticks. I did complete this project as well as a ballerina on an unboxing live stream, and I will have a link to that video in the description below. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I upload new videos or go live. I began by choosing my paper. I used Pastelmat as I haven't really given it a go with stick pastels before. I have used it with pan pastels, pastel pencils, and colored pencils with much success, but I thought stick pastels would be a nice change. Once I began layering in the color for the background, I immediately noticed how different this paper was with the sticks. Once I started blending, the colors didn't smudge as far as they do on other papers I have tried, especially the Canon Mouton paper. Since I wasn't prepared for that, I quickly had to adjust my technique and determine the best way to handle this small stumbling block. I decided that using my fingers to blend would help to move the pigment around the page a bit further. I also found that I needed to place more pigment on and each color a bit closer together, unlike the Canon paper. I found the Pastelmat to take quite a few layers, but also needed to be mindful to not feel the texture of the paper too soon to be able to put as many layers as I needed to get the look I wanted. Once the background was in, I started on the tree. First starting with the trunk and then using the edge of my pastel to create varying marks for the leaves. The cool thing about creating like this is that no two marks will be the same because you are solely relying on the shape of the edge of the pastel. Since each time you make a mark, it changes the edge of the pastel and it's easy to create varying mark shapes without a lot of effort. If you watch me create any of my previous works, you know this whole process is completely out of my comfort zone as my pieces are a bit more tight and precise. It was a freeing experience to create something a bit looser and not focus on every exact detail. Now, as far as the pastels, well, they really speak for themselves. They are pretty soft, but spread wonderfully. The one thing that completely took me by surprise was the vibrancy of the colors. They are so rich in saturation, and many of the colors give an electrifying appearance that really brings an artwork to life. If you check out the live stream, the first piece I did was a ballerina, and I used more muted colors, but even those muted colors just seem to pop a bit more than the usual pastel sticks I've used in the past. I finished up using some pastel pencils near the end just to give it a bit more detail and didn't really have any problems laying them over the stick pastels. Do you have an art supply you tried and just took you completely by surprise? Let me know your experience in the comments below. I'm Wendy O'Brien. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on arting. Bye!